St. Paul traveling down to their sister.
But listen, Kansas, as I said, St. Paul comes in 5 teams ready to play.
I think it's going to be important for the Indians just to keep for St. Paul. They
are 3 games before him around anymore with
to get anybody hurt.
5. Takes the field here. Been doing a heck of a job this year, kicking from the 4 up to the 8.
Also, be sure to check out
direct snap, and let's call it pistol. Set to his left is Johnson to bring up a big 3rd down play in with Veneta from right. Here comes direct snap to Veneta. It's a handoff, and there that wet football is. Keeps it. Albertini around the right. A first down.
Right back. He's a tough kid out there.
Towards goal line. And Carlson hustles up.
They're going to be able to convert here.
Late as he looked for Kennedy.
Over there he was looking for
possession of the games on to nothing. As they will be 1st and 10 for the Horn here in the first quarter. Veneta pistol is Veneta by himself. Spread set for 2nd down. Aim play. Screen out to the right-hand side. Carlson chops him down. He's out left, 2 to the right.
Paul, they're forcing Chetopa to
17. Left-handed in a row. The Hornets down and 5.
Execution so far by
side. He's hit 0. Will be
over the state. In fact, tonight, Districts is on.
Different look. Return to the right. Just
can make something happen.
Scrimmage comes to Horney, and it's going to be a first. Okay for the Hornets. For enters the game for the Hornets. That is Peace. Seen on first down, Eaton Kennechaw by the Hornets. John, they're quick and now.
All good defense.
8 up in the air, and now there's a flag comes in on the play.
Might have pushed off.
For anybody to catch. I don't know how you call pass interference. Well, now they act like
guess we'll have to see what happens.
Break off of a pass interference and a fullback. Team down, but not until he's across the 20. Snap is self. They 12-0.
Good play.
In the pistol is Venetis and in. So we got a 30-second timeout. You know, St. Paul from
Dustin Smith.
First time, I think, tonight. Started at their own 32 minutes. We're going to give him. He goes, and he breaks tackle after tackle, and guess what? The 30, because we had a 4. So the Indians answer that Hornet score with a score of their own. Now, 20-8 with 122 the yards on the ground possession after really shot.
Yeah, I think
Walker takes off
by the special
team. I tell you, to our 2 minutes of the
showing that they're not
1st and 10 for the Indians, and the defense across the 40 to the 38-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of a first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1. That was a nice hole made by the line of scrimmage off the right-hand side for the Indians. 2nd down and 1. And Haney. Single back set is Carlson right behind Albertini. Option to the right. Carlson has it, has a first down as he crosses the 35 down to the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Indians with a nice 4-yard run by Colin Carlson, giving 3 yards on the play down to the 35. Clock stopped as they get the chain set. See if the Indians get another play off here with 17 seconds as they go up to the line of scrimmage. And they're taking their time getting up there. Albertini crosses the goal line, but it is a touchdown for the Indians. Another 30-yard run by Adam Albertini.
That was 35 because it was first down, right?
Yes, it was. Excuse me. 35-yard. No, Carlson had a
picked up the first down.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Excuse me. 35-yard run on first down for Carlson as the Indians now lead 26-16. Pending extra point. Now they move it over to the left hash as Kenny Haney comes into the ball game as Albertini gets a break. A well-needed
well-deserved break.
He's got to be up stretched by Kennedy to get that football in there. Good ankle tackle by Veneta, but Keaton Kennedy stretches the football out, and that gives the Indians a 26-16 lead at the end of the first quarter. Indians, 28-16 lead over the Hornets. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. And the St. Paul football on Hot 105. 4 possessions by each team has been a touchdown as Veneta returned the last kick. So see if the Indians
He's going to have to do a lot
get a
better
little
job
better
on kickoff
coverage
coverage.
here
Yeah.
as Murillo, the best kickoff coverage there is if it kicks it into the end zone. As Murillo with the ball teed up. It's going to be a returnable kick again, taken this time about the 10. Off to the right he comes. Got some running room again. This time Albertini in on the tackle. Chops him down at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 28. 28. Just underway here in the second quarter. 28-16. Indians lead by 12. Veneta breaks huddle. It's going to be in the pistol. Set to his left is Johnson. Out wide to the left is Walker. Veneta waits for the snap. Everybody's set. Here comes the snap. Johnson's going to take it, run off the right-hand side, and he's going to be chopped down after about a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Hornets as Johnson got up to the 30-yard line. Gabe Johnson, a good-sized junior. He's a load to bring down.
He's a load coming in that backfield for sure.
2nd down and 9 for the Pistols. Veneta and Johnson right next to him. Out wide is Walker. Now it's going to be option. Ball's loose on the ground.
St. Paul's got it.
And let's wait for the call as they get together. And
No, they didn't. Chetopa got it back. I thought I saw St. Paul. I thought I saw him fall right on top of it. Must have bought it back.
Good recovery.
Sometimes it gets ugly down at the bottom of that pile, Dan.
As I seen the ball loose, and I thought there was an Indian right there on it. I believed you, but there was a Hornet there too. He maybe jersey blended in with the grass.
Well, it was Johnson down there fighting for it. Did a good job getting the ball back for Chetopa.
3rd down and 10 for the Hornets from their own 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the right is Hoppick and Walker, and Johnson and Veneta is in the pistol. See what Johnson tried to get rid of it. Johnson Bradshaw's pleading his case that there was a receiver in the area, but he wasn't very close.
No, he wasn't in much of the area.
So if
he was on the field.
Pretty sure I know this penalty, Mike. It should be loss of down.
Should be loss of down. We'll see how many yards they mark
4th
off.
and 20, and it should back them up about their own 18-yard line. Oh, just a 5-yard penalty. So intentional grounding. It's going to be 4th and 15, so we assume it'll force the Hornets into punt formation. Last punt was a poor one. Last time they punted to the Indians, which was a while ago, as it looked like Veneta was obviously trying to kick it away from Albertini. Now it looks like they're going to go for it from their own foot last time, but right-footed this time. And it worked as that brought Albertini back up out of coverage or out of punt formation, back deep. So it rolls down to the Indian 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians from their own 26. 10:08 left to go before half. 28-16. Indians up by 12.
That's not a bad idea. Line up like you're going to go for it. Draw Albertini up, and that takes away the advantage the Indians have of him maybe possibly returning a kick.
Keeps it off the right side. Cuts back towards the middle. Breaks a tackle and breaks another tackle. There he goes down the right sideline. Just Veneta to beat. And Veneta drags him down from behind, but not until he's across the 20 down to the 15-yard line. So another great run by Albertini as 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted about the 18-yard line.
35-yard run by Adam Albertini. He's taking him out about 35 yards at a time.
I think we started on the good hard run on 1st down by Carlson. That's a gain of 8, Mike, for Carlson. Now they're going to, excuse me, don't write that down yet, because now they're looking, looks like it appears to be close to a 1st down. And it is a 1st down, so give him a gain of 11 on 1st down. Good hard run by Carlson. Should have been a 36 run. Is that what you have? 36
that's
yards?
what I was trying to tell you.
Perfect, buddy. That's what I got.
Maybe
36.
guessing myself.
3. Boy, that was a option to the right, and Albertini barely got it into Kennedy's butt or in his gut. I could see the 2/3 of the football hanging out of his side. He was trying to run and grab it at the same time, but he had a nice 5-yard gain on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
That was a good run by Kennedy. He did a lot of spinning around, but he did a good job hanging on to the ball after the rough exchange.
You worry about him getting hit hard in an instance like that when you're too focused on trying to grab the football. Split back formation, dent back there alongside Kennedy. Option to the right. Albertini keeps it. Down the middle he goes, touchdown. Their last 2, so a little better on extra points the last two. 8:38 left to go here before halftime. Indians lead 34-16. Bradshaw up to the line of scrimmage. Murillo set to his left as well as Haney at left tight end. Albertini up under center. Den at fullback. Kennedy at tailback. Kennedy keeps it. Breaks the tackle. Dives again for the end zone. As at 38 left to go here before half. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul football on Hot 105. Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas, where the Indians lead 34-16.
Indians next week.
Murillo with the ball teed up at his own 30. Here comes the kick. Drive and kick. Walker's going to catch it about the 7. Starts to his right, works back towards his left, middle of the field. Ankle tackle and brought down. Who gets off the pile? Looks like that is Wilson Smith. Brings him down at his own 22-yard line. Good one-on-one tackle by Smith. Like I formation, Veneta going to come up under center. Johnson at fullback, Walker at tailback. Here comes the snap. It's going to be a fullback dive, and driving forward is Johnson with the football. Going to have a 3-yard gain on first down. We'll call a play here, Mike. The Indians are going to have to be careful with Hoppick at that right tight end that they don't run a belly option.
That's
play
right.
action pass.
Play action pass could bite them. Hopefully not. But they like to send Albertini on that blitz, and if they can catch him coming up for that blitz and send him out there, that could be trouble.
Second wick. Easton Dent misses a tackle, but Colin Carlson wraps him up for a no gain, maybe even a loss of 1. We're going to call it a loss of 1. It's going to bring up third down and 8. Good job by Dent from the linebacking position, getting in there quick. That middle linebacker, and Colin Carlson cleans it up. Third down and 8 for the Hornets. Ball spotted at their own 25. Veneta works his way in from the sideline. Now Coach Bradshaw brings him back to him. Look for the Hornets to call timeout here.
Yeah, they're waiting for the camp.
Over the Hornets, 34-16, 7:03 left to go before half. A third down and 8 for the Hornets coming out of that Chetopa timeout. 2 receivers wide to the left, Walker and Hoppick. In the pistol is Veneta. Set to his left is Johnson. Indians line up on defense here, stacked up power to the right. Here comes some pressure. Veneta over the middle to Hoppick. Has him, and Keaton Kennedy brings him down. Not until he has a first down. Soft coverage. Bites the Indians again. 6:54 left to go before half. 34-16. The Indians lead. 2 receivers out wide to the right is Hoppick and Walker. In the pistol is Veneta. He looks to the sideline, Coach Bradshaw. Coach Bradshaw pats himself on the head. Now Walker splits back out wide to the right. The count is on. The Hornets going to have to hustle up. Back to pass again is Veneta. He's going to throw it across the middle to Walker and over the head.
Had a man. He was wide open.
He was open about the 40 to 38-yard line. As I think it was a misread or misroute. He would have had some room to run if he could have caught it.
Walker did a pretty good job throwing the ball so far. He's 7 of 9 for 67 yards here in the first half. So pretty solid quarterback job.
Veneta, you mean?
Or Veneta, I'm sorry.
Up to the line of scrimmage comes the Hornets. Walker's been his favorite target. Hoppick and Walker splits wide to the right. Vanetta in the pistol. Johnson set next to him. Back to pass again. Pressure this time. Throws it up in the air, and it's going to be short, falls incomplete. As I'm not sure who that was intended for. He was under so much pressure, he hardly even got that out of there. Hoppick was in the territory. Albertini was also in the territory. His hands are running his routes.
Yeah, it's not slowing him down when he gets the ball in his hands for sure.
3rd down and 10 for the Hornets. Ball spotted at their own 35. 6:20 left to go in the first half. 34-16. Indians lead. 2 receivers out wide to the right is Hoppick and Walker. In the pistol is Vanetta. Set to his left is Johnson. Back to pass is Walker. Carlson pressures him a little bit. Throws it deep for Hoppick. Incomplete. Adam Albertini on the coverage. So it's going to be 4th down and 10 from their own 35. As wholesale changes here for the Hornets as Walker comes out. Back in punt formation is Hoppick.
Hoppick kicked, I think, the first time. That's where you saw the left foot.
Okay, that's probably right. Albertini backs up inside his own 30. High snap. Hoppick reels it in. High kick. Albertini's going to catch it. Comes around the left-hand side. 20, 30. Breaks a tackle. Back to the middle, 40, 30. One man to beat and gets cut down by Hoppick, but not until he's down to the 20. So great run back by Adam Albertini.
Put the moves on, you get around, but Hoppick broke down, did a good job covering him.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't line up in that quick kick again at their own 35, Mike. It kind of keeps Indians honest and keeps the weapon from dropping back deep. Up under center is Albertini. Carlson at fullback, Kennedy at tailback. Pitch to Kennedy around the right side. Cuts back to middle. Nice lead back as Kennedy turns the gas on. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indians. That was Indians expand their lead. Indians 2 for 5 for extra points here. Kennedy and Haney split wide to the right. In the pistol is Albertini. Set to his left is Carlson. He's going to pass it. Throws it out to Haney. Haney is in the end zone. Extra point is good. Good play as Haney was. Was within 4 twice in this ball game, but the Indians defense playing a little bit better as Chetopa has a nice drive for a touchdown pass from Vanetta to Hoppick early on, or in that second quarter, for a touchdown, and a return by Walker, a kick return. Walker stands back at his own 3-yard line as Murillo has the ball teed up for the Indians. Cool, wet night. He really smacked him hard, and he's going to be knocked down at the 15-yard line. So good coverage by the Indians. Really a good kick by Murillo. Although that went off the side of his foot, it looked like it was going to roll out of bounds, but it stayed in bounds by about 2 yards, so Walker had to pick it up quick. And by that time, the Indians have converged on him and got him down.
Gave the Indians time for on coverage to get down there and had him surrounded about the time he touched the ball.
Wilson Smith in there at nose guard, Mike. So it's Smith, Carter, and Bradshaw in across for the line. Across the 15 to the 16-yard line, so 2nd down and 9 for the Indians.
Looks like
2nd down and 9.
Can't see. My glasses are fogging up or something. Can't see the numbers.
As Vanetta comes in off the side. I can't read your mind yet neither, Mike,
no,
so I don't know what you was thinking.
Probably a good thing.
Sorry. 2nd down and 9 for the Hornets. Ball across the 15 at the 16-yard line. I formation again. Johnson at fullback, Walker at tailback. As Johnson reels that in, no gains, a good defense. Wilson Smith in there, nose guard, in on that tackle. It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Indians doing a good job containing Johnson for the size. They're not letting him get any positive yardage, stopping him, at least hitting him there at the line of scrimmage and slowing him down.
Watch that young sophomore nose guard, Mike. See how he does on this play. 3rd down and 9. I formation again. There's it's going to be 4th and 1, so see what Coach Bradshaw does here. On 4th and 1, ball across the 20 up to the 24, and they need to get right to the 25-yard line. So 4th and less than a yard, and I would expect the Hornets to go for it here, although they are deep in their own territory. See if the Indians stack the line of scrimmage. Last time they did this, Mike, Vanetta about broke away for a touchdown.
Yep.
Indians up on the ball. Everybody up there. Here comes the line of scrimmage to get it. Hornet first down.
Yeah, Vanetta did a good job squirting through there and really stretching out. He got about 3 yards on that play.
First and 10 for the Hornets. Ball across the 25, the 26-yard line. 4:07 left to go here in the second quarter. 42-16, Indians lead. Up to the line of scrimmage comes. He stands right on his nose with his feet in his air. And it's going to be a gain of 3, so second down is 7. Now the Hornets just lining up going right at the Indians.
That's 8 carry for Johnson. He's their top rusher on the ground with 8 carries, but he's only got 7 yards. They've all been pretty short. But
Vanetta comes in from the sideline with the play. Second down and 7 for the Hornets. Ball now spotted at the 30, their own 30. Vanetta up under center. Johnson a fullback. Walker at tailgate back. It's going to be third down and 7 for the Hornets. Ball now spotted at the 29-yard line. 2:48 left to go in the first half. Indians lead 42-16.
Indians doing a pretty good job on run defense. Pretty stingy, but that pass defense has been a little bit soft for them so far.
Indians going to have to stay home on the play action if it happens here. Vanetta yet to pull that seam pretty good and knocks him out of bounds. And it's going to be a short gain on the play. And it's going to be fourth down and let's call it 5 for the Hornets. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line. 2:06 and clock is running. Left to go here in the first half. Stick around for our Labette Health halftime show where Mike will have Dr. Bobby Williams on here at halftime. 42-16, Indians lead. I believe the Hornets going to use their last time out here as soon as the count starts. How come that's like that when we got 4G?
I don't know.
Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas. Fourth down and 5. 1:40 left to go in the first half. Indians lead 42-16. Chetopa with a big 4th and 5 from their own 31-yard line. See what they do here coming out of a time. And great field position as they will take over first and 10 from the Hornet 32-yard line. Pretty gutsy call by Coach Bradshaw here before halftime. First and 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line of the Hornets.
Just a minute and a half left in the half, but it doesn't take very long. You got a short field like that inside Chetopa territory. See if the Indians have time.
He's dropped the shoulder pad down. I guess his knee hit the ground. And he's going to have a short gain on the play. He's going to have a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7 as he crosses the 30 down to the 28 as the clock continues to run. As the Indians trying to decide if they want to huddle up here or not. 1:15. 2 receivers wide to the left is Kennedy and Haney. In the pistol again that is no timeout here called by the Indians.
Sometimes it's better just to take your loss and then try again.
As now the Indians call a timeout here as they lead 42-16 with 46 seconds left to go here before halftime. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul football on Hot 105. Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas, where the Indians lead 42-16. 46 seconds left to go before half. Coming out of an Indian timeout, a big third down and 12 off of the Albertini sack. Back at up the middle he goes. Got some running room. Gets to the outside. There he goes down the sideline, Mike. 10-5 inside. Ripped down bad by the face mask at the 5-yard line. He gets up. He's fine. But he was ripped down by the face mask with 35 seconds left to go before halftime. That was a 27-yard run by Albertini. to get him ball spotted just outside the 5-yard line. So that'll just be half the distance to the goal. For the Indians, it'll be first and goal from about the 3-yard line. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. 42 here in the first half. 48-16 Indians lead. Stick around for our Labette Health halftime show, as Mike will have Dr. Bobby Williams on to talk about Honor Flight. Great program that the Hornets and Indians participate in, along with the Vikings of Parsons. Extra point pending here. Score is 48-16 with 28 seconds. I formation call here with 28 seconds left to go before halftime. Make sure you join us next weekend. It'll be senior parent night. So you get a chance, come on out and support the Indians at home. Last district home game against Southern Coffee County. Look for that to be a very tough matchup for the Indians.
Yeah, it'd be a tough matchup. PTO I think they're having hamburger cooked next week, and a lot of things going on senior night, so it'll be a big night in St. Paul.
I hope they had a nice crowd here tonight, as it was an in-district game, and Mike was so kind to flip hamburgers and hot dogs before the game.
Years ago, and it stormed. I don't think they played that game. It got postponed because of the lightning, but lucky to get it in here tonight. It's really turned out to be a pretty nice night for football.
Indians are going to have to keep Walker contained here before halftime. 28 seconds left to go before half, as Murillo has the ball teed up at his own 30. Here comes the kick by Murillo. Driving kick this time. Returnable, though. Walker comes up. Oh, it's on the ground. Now he picks it up. Still have a couple timeouts, but I doubt they use them, as they lead 50-16 here with 23 seconds left to go before half. Indians defense on the field and ready to go. Murillo back in there at nose guard. Chase Bradshaw right defensive end. Gib Carter left defensive end. I believe they're just going to Vanetta is going to take a knee here, as the ball is at the Dr. Bobby Williams is our guest. I'm glad to have her here. So we'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul football on Hot 105.
That's fine. Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas. We're here at the inter-district 505 rivalry between the Chetopa Hornets and the visiting St. Paul Indians, where St. Paul at halftime has a 50-16 lead over the Hornets after a big first half by Adam Albertini. We'll go over some stats, and Dan will be back in the booth in a little bit to talk some more about what went on in the first half. But first, we're at halftime, and it's been a pretty fun game to watch so far.
Absolutely, it has. It's always a pleasure when I don't have to choose the activity. I can watch both my teams play at the same time. The difficult part is I have to sit on my hands.
That's right. It makes it hard for you to decide which one to cheer for, but it's good that you get to watch both. So it's a fun part of it. But another fun part of it is every year the district steps up and provides hamburgers and hot dogs for everybody.
So everybody comes out,
right.
Everybody has a good time, they visit with each other, and as you well know, the beautiful thing is our students in the two communities are friends off the field. They sure leave that friendship on the sidelines when they compete against each other, but they sure enjoy each other off the field.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we talked about in our pregame show is how much fun it is for the district to have two teams that play each other in a football game because they know each other, the kids know each other, and from their interactions on a daily basis during school, but then they get out on the field and it really steps up the competition, but it also steps up the fun level a little bit for both sides too.
Sure it does. And it's always a lot of fun too when we can do things as a district.
It's going to involve both schools in the district, St. Paul and Chetopa, and really give the kids an opportunity to really get involved in some amazing things. The Honor Flight program being nationwide, and that's really going to be something exciting for them. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, absolutely. We're real excited to announce the USD 505 Flight of Honor in conjunction with Parsons High School Honor Flight. And our obligation is to help raise funds to send those veterans to Washington, D.C. Although Honor Flight is a national organization, each hub is responsible for raising their own money. And each flight is just an absolutely amazing experience. I always like to say, it's one thing to go to Washington, D.C. and experience history, to see those monuments. It's another thing to get to sit by history on the bus and visit with them.
Right, and that's what it's really special for the kids to get a chance to participate in that. And, both schools have a long history of really celebrating veterans on the Veterans Day. They each have their own Veterans Day programs, and both communities really enjoy that. The kids really enjoy it. Everybody really gets excited about that, and this is kind of just another step of the way that they honor the veterans, and like you said, gives them an opportunity to learn directly from the people that were there, and they learn things that you can't really pick up in the classroom between the travel and getting to talk to the veterans.
It really, and it's truly an emotional experience. I had the pleasure of being a chaperone on an honor flight, and even though I wasn't functioning as a guardian, it's just a tremendously emotional experience, both for the veterans and the guardians. For many of the veterans, particularly those in Korea and Vietnam, and the guardians get to share in that experience with them, and offer a tremendous amount of support.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot of fun for everyone. So is there a timeline set so far? I mean, what's it look like as far as when the honor flight will take place and things like that?
We will attend our first flight on May 20th and 21st of 2019.
So next spring.
So our students that are going on that flight will leave about midnight after their high school graduations, and we'll drive to Kansas City on a chartered bus. We'll board the plane. We'll hit the ground running when we hit Washington, D.C., and we go pretty nonstop for the next 36 hours.
Wow, that sounds like it'd be a whirlwind trip, but it'll be a lot of fun for everyone. So what can the community do, or is there anything you want to mention about the way that the support's generated or anything like that?
Well, we're going to try to do activities that don't just solicit the community constantly,
right,
because we have small communities, and of your girlfriends or your boyfriends, and come in and make some signs for decorations in your home or on your porch or whatever. And so we have both of those going on. We also have a raffle for an autographed football, autographed by 3 OU Heisman Trophy winners.
Wow. So
that's being raffled off, and we'll carry that through March, through basketball. Welcome to do that as well.
That's USD505.org.
That's USD505.org/flight-honor.
Okay, well that's great, and I'm sure that we'll follow that closely, and probably if we get a chance to have you on again at a later football game for a halftime guest, or maybe we get into basketball season, we'll talk about it some more. But we do definitely look forward to that, and we appreciate you taking time to come and talk with us here on the Labette Health Halftime Show tonight. And we'll look forward to watching the second half of this game and see how it turns out for the district.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we appreciate it. So Dr. Bobby Williams, Superintendent. Minute break here while Dan comes back, and we'll talk about the first half, go over some stats, and get ready for the second half. You're listening to St. Paul Indian Football on Hot 105.